Yes, y'all. Welcome to
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
If you have opinions or queries you wish to share, we have multiple ways to be reached. The email address for the show is podcast@stayscrunchyandmilk.com. On Twitter, it's at skimpod, SKIMPOD.
Stays Crunchy.
And if you're feeling froggy, go on and jump into our voicemail line at 216-3028-POD. That's 216-3028-7763. The show can be heard on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, and as always at our website, stayscrunchyandmilk.com.
Stays Crunchy.
Please rate, review, subscribe, and share the show on your own social media feeds. And if you want to get at us directly, feel free to reach out via our personal Twitter.
Stays.
It's at Tatum216, Lunchbox2099, The Real ODP, and I'm your host, Tabrail713.
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
You're the odd man out there.
Yes.
You beat me. So who all did you
Red
see?
leather, yellow. I rode with T and Vanessa, but I didn't sit by them because there's no seats available. I sat.
Come on, man.
I sat by just with.
Is this you?
Yep.
This is not actually my order. This bag felt heavy as fuck to begin with, but we will see how this works out.
We got the Fiesta potatoes.
You got here.
Yeah, usually, I feel bad about getting those now. Like, not bad, but, like, I'm like, come on, man, I miss those onions so much.
Bring you back your green onions. Let's keep your little pouch on you.
I wish, they do go on everything.
What's up with them not having green onions on that? Was that?
It was a minute ago that they were causing E. coli, and so they stopped putting them on there, and they never went back.
Yeah, E. coli ruins everything.
I mean, poop downstream does that.
How much was that water?
$1.99. It's in the bottom of the cooler.
I'm going to get some. But
She told me because I got the short one. She was like, "No, it's $1.99. Get
All
the big one."
We'll wait for you.
It's recording already, so I don't care.
Oh, it is recording already.
How's the day going?
All right. It's not so bad the last 2 days. I was really busy. A lot of busy work I'm catching up on. Which makes the day go fast, but it's not. I don't feel productive.
It's not productive. It's like behind the scenes shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That stuff they were always like, "Come on, man, I need to be doing my actual work."
I don't know if you want this on the show, but my wife has a strict don't get anything from Taco Bell except the classics policy.
The classics?
Like
That seems
Mexican
like a bad-
pizza,
that seems like a bad
tacos.
policy. I've never had
and
Mexican
nachos.
pizza, so no. Never get nachos from them. That'd be the worst nachos ever. Come on, Taco Bell can't make no nachos. And what's the other one?
Mexican pizza's good.
Tacos. They get the chalupas for the taco salad.
No, she doing
But I
wrong.
guess, like, when does it become a classic? Because, like, they didn't have a chalupa forever. Chalupa came out, like, what, like the late 90s, early 2000s?
But the classic to us because it was formative years.
I fucks
That's
with.
true.
I got some cheesy gordita crunches in the sack. I'm eating Taco Bell for lunch, people, because it was
She's
quick.
definitely against the burritos. Don't get burritos from
Taco Bell, too, is, like, my favorite fast food. I haven't had it in a while. But,
And you're
like,
eating in front of them.
No.
How dare you?
that don't bother me. Like, Chipotle is, like, my favorite fast casual, like, tied with Five Guys. But Taco Bell was definitely, like, my favorite. I'm not getting out of my car food.
I respect it. In case you're wondering, it's Stays Crunchy Milk, episode 296. We already on the ground running. 4 away from 300.
somebody gonna get kicked in the chest?
That's how we celebrate 300. Somebody going in a pit.
Yeah.
That would be a great gender reveal.
You got the full house with you. It's Lunchbox 2099, Tatum 216, the real ODP over here.
Hi.
Man.
And I told my wife I would do this on the air.
Oh, wow.
So, my wife was in Grandpa's Cheese Bar, and she saw this hot sauce and thought of you because of your Instagram and your love of hot sauce. And she hopes that she was really nervous that you wouldn't like dill pickle. For people who can't see, which is everybody.
We'll take a picture of it.
My wife got dill pickle hot sauce from Grandpa's Cheese Barn.
I love that
especially
place.
for lunch.
We literally just were talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
Because he is going down to see a show here in a few weeks. And I was like, you got to stop at Grandpa's Cheese Bar.
Yeah, I just bought tickets today to go to the Sonic Temple Music Festival in Columbus on Friday, May 17th, because one of my favorite bands that I've never seen before, they don't tour a whole lot on this side of the country. They don't tour a whole lot in general anymore. But System of a Down is going to be playing that Friday. They're the headliner that Friday, so they're going on at like 10 o'clock at night. So,
Yeah, I always get confused. Well, not confused. Like with your daily songs. Song of the day and System of a Down. I'm like, what the fuck? That's not System of a Down.
Oh, that's what SOTD does.
yeah, Song of the Day.
Okay.
Yeah. When I was seeing it was like Kanye, I was like, okay, that's not System of a Down. Because all them other ones, I was like, that could be System of a Down. I don't fucking know.
Well, no, I figured you would know because like the name of the band is always on the screen cap.
I was confused too. Thank you for clarifying that.
See,
Well, anyway,
we can all be stupid together.
so like tickets for like that like one day were like $100 some. So I was like, I'm not gonna pay that much. Like when I only know like 2 other bands that are playing that day. And then so like, but I followed the festival on Instagram. Yeah. So I was always seeing the ads and shit. And then I got home the other night. It was late. I went to see Endgame. And I got home about 2 a.m. and I went on Instagram for a minute just to see if there was like anything that was posted while I was in the movies that was like cool to look at. And an ad for the festival came up saying that like they had special Friday single day pricing until May 1st for like $20. And so I screen capped it and I sent it to my buddy and he was like, oh, that's cool. And I was thinking like, does that mean that you want to go? Or
that's interesting. Because
I had talked to him about it at one point, but he was like talking about how much was too much.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, okay, does this mean that like you're interested or not? And then he didn't say anything. And then he brought it up to me yesterday. He's like, so are you gonna go to that festival or what? I was like, well, I didn't know you wanted to go because you didn't say anything. He's like, oh, I was waiting for you to ask. I was thinking like, well, that seems like an odd thing. Like we're not going to prom, you know?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so like I went online today and apparently you can't get the special price from like the normal website. It had to be through the Instagram link. But thankfully, in my sleepy delirium, I bookmarked it, and the link was still active for today. So I bought the 2 tickets today, put in for my vacation day, which hasn't been approved yet. And so I will finally be checking off that from my to-do list of life. Which is like, I even looked up to see like where they were touring at on the West Coast because I was like, maybe I could fly to Vegas one time or something. Yeah. And it was like never convenient. So finally Columbus, Ohio. I'll be seeing them in like 2 weeks.
Hell yeah, that's sweet.
I just left Columbus, Ohio.
About it, tell me.
Well, we were supposed to go to Chicago to the museum there, but we could never get a hotel because. Like my girlfriend has like this reward program where she gets like discounts at hotels and stuff. Mm-hmm. But only at certain hotels, and then like the one in Chicago wasn't available until November. And our daycare was closed a certain day, so we had a certain time frame. So and he's like, where can we go? This closed. We can get a hotel and we can find some stuff to do. That just happened to be Columbus, Ohio. And we were there for a few days. It was fun. We went to the zoo, went to the like the Science History Museum type place. We went to IKEA. We didn't do nothing. Well, the IKEA was a kind of do nothing day, but you're in IKEA for a long ass time when you go in IKEA. Especially with kids, it's like, I can hop on this bed. I can sit on this fake toilet. I can sit in these chairs. So we were there for like fucking 3 hours, I think.
Did you eat there?
No.
I mean, I love their food.
Once we got up to the food, I was like, I want to go there first to see what it was. Yeah. But when you got kids and you you're not doing like when you go with your buddies, you like, let's go get some falafel first or whatever. But
episode 300, you go to Columbus, go eat at IKEA, sit recording that motherfucker.
Dude, when would that be, like next week?
No, we got like
4 weeks.
This one come out this week. We got 4 weeks.
Well, I can tell you that, like I said, I'm going down there on the 17th, and I'm busy the following Saturday.
We'll work it out.
It could go down on Tuesday.
I'm just putting it on the table. That's all I'm saying.
We'll discuss it off camera.
I might have to hit him with like a $299.3.4 for a couple weeks. Just
we said from the beginning 300 is gonna be what we decided to be. So,
well, I mean, like, so it's like it's 4-way. But say like we have some scheduling conflicts and we can't hit that IKEA thing like on the 4th week or whatever it needs to be. Might have to like drag it out a little bit, like $299 3/4.
It's all good.
$299 7/8.
It will work out or it won't work out, and I can't trip off of it.
I've never been to an IKEA.
you never been to IKEA?
I have been to an IKEA.
Oh man,
I've driven by it, but I've never been in it.
It is always a delight.
it's fun. Like like when you buy stuff in there and you get it back. Like we had bought like a little gardening set, which we should have bought 2 of them. When you got kids, just buy. I mean, shit. Sorry, Gabe. You gotta buy fucking 4 of them, don't you? Like, we bought like Emery, like a cup stacking thing that you can play with in the water and shit. And Anthony wanted to play with that, and Emery wanted to play with the gardening tool set. And that gardening tool set, when we opened it, I was like, God damn, this is some good quality stuff. It was like for like $3. And what else did I get? I got like these like little kid silverware that's like $10 on Amazon and like $1.99 at IKEA. So it was good. What else did I do? Oh yeah, so one last thing. Like so we were in Columbus and the NFL draft was this weekend, and like all my friends were in Columbus because my best friend's little brother got drafted by the Broncos. So it just so happened to happen like that. And I got to see it, all my friends that I haven't seen in a long time. Just
Nice.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I saw something like that on Instagram. Beat Us on Instagram. But what round did he go?
It was second round, third.
You get a lot of good picks in the 3rd round.
Yeah,
I think it was like in the upper part of the 3rd round.
well, yeah, he failed like 50 slots.
From
Based on what?
Shit, I don't know. He went 72nd.
He didn't have enough Magna tweets.
But yeah, because that's who he was playing. Like when that dude was hurt, he was playing his slot. And had a really good season. But that's just what happened.
Yeah, it says he
Well,
went.
congratulations to him.
Pick number 71. Yeah, the Broncos. That's the 3rd round.
Well,
I knew it was early because I remember that night was the night I went to go see Endgame. So like I saw like when the Browns picked Greedy Williams, but at that point like the movie was starting.
Yeah.
So by the time I got out of the movie, the rest of the draft for the night was done. So I remember I went and I looked back to see who went, and I obviously I was looking for his name because I knew all about all of that. So I saw like Broncos at the top of the 3rd round.
well congratulations to he came with y'all around the same way, like over there or whatever.
On the same street and everything.
Yeah, we're like so.
Nice. I'm skipping over all the people before him, and I'm going to congratulate him.
Well, yeah, Draymond Jones playing for the Broncos. I think he, I know that I mean I'm not really a Browns fan or a football fan to begin with, but I think he had a better chance of winning the Super Bowl with the Broncos than the Browns.
We shall see.
I would have agreed with you like a year and a half ago.
Okay.
All right. Have you repped Columbus?
How's their zoo compared to ours?
Okay, so we did go to the zoo. Ours is pretty much the same.
Oh.
Like they got the same shit. Animals that don't want to be there.
It's just laid out like differently.
We don't know
It's like
if they
a
don't want to be
giant.
there.
It's like a wheel, and the spokes are just like the different habitats.
Huh.
I think like as far as like their African section, I don't think I didn't see any elephants or nothing.
Yeah.
But like that area is huge. That's the only part.
Like where the giraffes and shit were.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place is fucking huge.
That's the only thing I think is better because it's like they got all this land out here that they can roam and stuff, and like ours is kind of like more tighter.
Did you make it up to where you could feed the giraffes?
Yeah, I didn't do that because like so I think their area is better for the animals, but our area is better as far as like feeding the giraffes. The giraffes be right up on your ass, in our zoo. Like you can feed them this lettuce. I'm thinking, can you bring your own lettuce? Can they stop?
I've never seen anyone feed the giraffes at our zoo.
Oh yeah, they bring your bucket out and you hit them with.
Oh, that's why I was so like enthralled with the one in Columbus, because like they had someone there. They had like a giant tub, and you could like give a buck or two, get some food, and go over there and just feed them out your hand.
Yeah.
I remember when I was there. It was kind of later in the day. They're already like, sorry, they've already eaten too much today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a deck that overlooks the giraffe area.
Yeah, like the grandma's deck, just a regular wood
Yeah,
deck.
it really is. And the giraffes come over and like, what you doing?
Yeah, pretty much that. Yeah, and they tongue be like coming out this way all on you, and I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Tongue, huh?
Yeah, like theirs is a little bit different. Ours is like, up close and personal. Theirs is like good. It's good, but ours is kind of like, you really want to do that?
I followed the zoo on Instagram last week, and I saw some pictures from like the botanical garden stuff there, and like I'm jonesing for a zoo trip. Like I want to go so bad.
Episode 300, we go to the zoo. It's sitting the butterfly enclosure, sweaty as shit.
Man, I'm always super nervous leaving there because I'm like, am I letting out one of the butterflies?
Oh, yes, another thing. The same thing in our zoo and their zoo. Like, those fucking kangaroos and wallabies and shit can just get out and run around the zoo if they want to.
Walk up on your ass.
Really?
Like, they ask
But they're dangerous.
That's how the 300 million invasion starts.
So not kangaroos, it's just wallabies and stuff. But it's like, they got double doors.
Yeah.
Like, they can if they really wanted to leave, they could. And it's like, please close the door behind you, because if they really wanted to get out, they could. It's New South Wales up in this bitch. What you got to say? And like, yeah, our zoos are very, very
They
similar.
can pour this ice cream on me. I'll fight a motherfucker.
The only difference I would say is like theirs is almost more theme parkish, because I noticed every motherfucking but they drink a lot. They got a lot of people just walking around with beers, and I ain't like that shit.
Really?
We got beers in our but
We can sell beers?
Yeah, we have little booths all throughout the zoo with brews.
I can get drunk at the zoo if I wanted to.
Please don't.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Shit, you can get drunk at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes, you could.
It'll take you like 20, but you can get there.
I seen a lot more people than I was comfortable with walking around like tall boys like this. I'm like,
I mean, what do you expect though? You can go do that shit at the grocery store now.
Somebody's gonna get their beer muscles on and like, that fucking gorilla's not so tough.
I mean,
Recipe Sarambe.
yeah, like if a drunk motherfucker want to go in there and get a wallaby, they could.
That's how
I'm gonna take a wallaby home with me.
I'm gonna fuck this wallaby.
it's a turn.
Come on,
Sexy
we were
ass.
all thinking it.
That sexy little motherfucker over there. We weren't all thinking it though.
Look at the ass on that baboon.
Putting it in the air. She's asking for it.
Oh my god. All right, Columbus. Word up. The capital of this great state. They do a lot of dirt down there to ruin this part of the state. So
We'll decide.
jealous. It's
We'll
not
decide
jealousy.
later in a later segment if Ohio is great or not.
we'll slide over to you, man. What's poppin' with you, bro?
Oh,
Hold on. 'Cause I said I would personally put this on the show.
okay.
So I'm riding with my man. We riding to go see Endgame last week. Him and his oldest daughter in the back. She's just like, youngest boy said asshole. I was like, but I couldn't do that because it's like I don't want to encourage her. But trust me, she said it so with such loving and tone to it. And her dad turns, and I can hear him stifling a laugh too. Like, now what did I tell you, oldest daughter? We can't be saying that shit. But it was so good.
So I got cursing kids.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if I failed as a father or what, but
I'm
like,
not gonna say you failed as a father, but I gotta say somebody's been saying asshole around those kids.
they're not just okay. Let me just make this clear, folks.
Go ahead, tell on yourself.
Folks,
Because that
They're
is
not
one of
just-
your words.
they're not just saying asshole.
They use it in the right context.
No, he's getting upset and he's calling me an asshole. And I know everyone's like, "Oh, my kid, if they did that, I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm going to beat a 3-year-old?
Not even for a curse word? We ain't beating nobody for cursing.
I'm not hitting my kid. I don't give a fuck. What, judge me if you want. I'm never hitting my kids. But
What if they hit you first? Like, what if he's like 17?
They have
and
hit
he's
me.
like, I can take you, Dad.
Okay, well,
That's different. That's 17.
That's 17.
They're not a
He
kid
ain't
no
18.
more.
I hope I teach them not to hit me at that point. That they love me enough.
So do the
not
consent?
to.
Do the consent laws go for whooping kids' ass?
Yeah, I mean, like, okay.
You 14.
No, you know how you can have sex with a 16-year-old with parental consent. So does that say? I'm not saying that I'm advocating for that right now. But what I'm saying is that is the law, right? So
Yeah,
like,
that's-
so how does that then go for like whooping their ass?
You old enough to
Like,
take a dick. You old enough
yeah.
to take this ass whooping.
Yeah,
Willow, we in West Virginia? Come on, 14
like
year old.
if I want to fight a 16-year-old, do I get parental consent or can I just whoop their ass?
No, I mean, to whoop their ass, I guess you'd have to get parental consent.
Don't get out that water.
Okay.
Finish your stuff.
I mean, you asked me a question, and I'm like, huh.
You over there literally
Can I give
considering
Xander these hands?
You know enough to get these hands under.
But no, he gets upset, and he's like, I mean, it's 3, so it's kind of cute the way he says it, you asshole. But I can't do the impression right.
Hey.
But like,
I'm surprised you didn't go with Pendejo.
my oldest son has said Pendejo. My wife admonished me for that because that one I can't like. Oh, he must have heard it somewhere else. Like, no, that one is not me.
all that damn Spanish Sesame Street. What is it?
Hi, kids. P is for Pendejo. But
Maybe.
I thought so. But like, so he really when he was calmer and in a better mood, because my 3-year-old's got a really bad temper. He loses his shit.
Wherever could that have come from? Where could you source that to?
Hey, I don't know. You know how Irish people are known for their bad tempers.
Oh man, what about that?
All right, but like he said, Dad, I'm not gonna call you an asshole anymore. I'm just gonna call you silly daddy when I get mad at you. I'm like, all right, yeah, no more asshole. I'm like, all right, okay, I get it. You're still saying it, by the way. How about you don't call anybody an asshole? Plus, he's got a nudity thing where he's got to be naked all the time.
Maybe he just wants to see assholes.
Well,
And like he feels if he dresses down, the other person will be more comfortable.
There's a picture of him just like in the backyard, just sitting, looking out to the vast, neighborhood beyond him. Ass just out, like covered in mud. Like, it's what I do.
he's comfortable in his nudity.
I respect it. It's like you don't want to make them uncomfortable with it. You say you want people to be uncomfortable with it, but also you want to be like, hey, we try to keep our bits covered out here.
Can't be doing it in the city limits, son.
There are others who don't appreciate us, appreciate being free.
I try to compromise and say,
We
like,
also got a report in the mail that some people that live in the neighborhood.
I try to compromise. They said, at least stay in the backyard.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I mean, he's got that bad temper. The nudity thing he didn't get from me.
For sure.
That nudity you in the bad temper you got from your mama.
You try not to I try not to make a big deal. Don't make a big deal of him saying asshole, but I don't want to be called an asshole by my 3-year-old.
If somebody's gonna call you an asshole,
Might as well be somebody who's 3.
I guess so.
somebody you love at least. You know what I'm saying?
Now when you're 4, don't be calling me no asshole.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with your 3-year-old calling you an asshole. That's how Tyreek Hill probably ended up in this predicament.
Damn. Nah.
Daddy hit me.
Yeah. The Kansas City Chiefs player.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, fuck that dude. No, thank you, sir.
What if he puts up a lot of yards?
He already did. That's the problem. Like, he ain't putting up enough yards to justify child abuse.
Oh, well.
What is enough yards to justify child abuse?
In one season, probably like 250.
There you go. Football
like
players out there.
2,500.
You know the bar you have to reach.
2,500 yards in a season. Look at his ass.
As a non-quarterback.
Not in the air.
Yeah,
on the ground.
you need to be running that bitch or catching it.
So what do defensive players got to do to whoop a kid's ass?
Oh, man, if you're in the defensive backfield, you better give me like 15 interceptions.
Okay, 15 picks. How many sacks do we need on the other way?
20.
20 sacks.
These numbers are coming way too fast. You should
You thought about
your
this.
answers are way too quick with this.
It's because I know what like a high season is for like a player that's like not in trouble with the
And
law.
they got to be beyond
Yeah.
that. They got to be well beyond that.
Yeah, I mean, like Greg Hardy, like had like a small arsenal, and he was beating his girlfriend. He made it back for a season.
I think you need to come up with an abuse spreadsheet.
This is sports talk
That might be
with the skim.
Oh my god. Anything else, man, besides that?
Well, I've decided that my daughter was really good during it. I took my 7-year-old to Endgame, and she was really good. Didn't have to get up to go to the bathroom the whole time.
She probably cried less than I did.
Well, she doesn't love the characters like we
See,
do.
like I was sitting, like, all right, so like you, I was separated from my group because they bought the tickets and didn't consult with me, and so I ended up having to sit by my lonesome, like 2 rows up. So it was like me on the very end of the row with like a group of like high school teenagers to my left.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm like, oh man, I'm over here. I can't look like a bitch in front of these kids.
Why are you always trying to look like G's in front of teenagers? Like that shit matters to us like we in high school still.
Because I didn't know if I could fight them, but I don't know how old they were.
Oh my god. All right.
The parents weren't around to give me consent.
But
But, I mean, she was good, but I'm never taking her to a premiere of a movie again because she does not understand the no spoilers,
courtesy, if you will.
well, courtesy, the etiquette.
Etiquette.
That's the word I was looking
You just
for.
gotta tell her she's being an asshole.
I'll let my 3-year-old do that.
Hired a gun.
She, I mean, she's like, my brother comes in and I'm like, she starts talking and I'm like, stop. Don't spoil it for him, and because he loves these movies too, and he doesn't want to spoil it for him. I mean, my wife, she doesn't give a shit. These things make her anxious, so she'd rather know, and she can enjoy a film more knowing what's going to happen.
That is how I was with this past Sunday's Game of Thrones. I wanted to know, and nobody had spoilers for your boy, and I'm just like, God dang it. It was very stressful. It was very stressful.
So you think on a second watch you might enjoy it?
I will be less stressed.
Okay.
Yeah. But
I thought you watched it a second time already.
no, I was going to watch yesterday, never got a chance to. But,
Same. I didn't watch it again yet.
But again, we keeping the spoilers off the table because my man's ain't seen it yet.
It's so hard too because I almost just said something about Endgame, and then I remember he hasn't seen it yet.
Upon second view of the
I
Endgame,
gotta watch these jokes.
Is it more enjoyable?
I don't want to block your joke.
cry, no jokes, cry some more. And in a different spot for once. But I was like, this is insane.
You know, I gotta say,
Do I need to ask my mother, can she babysit tonight?
I want you to see that movie, bro. I want you to see,
I could have, when I was off yesterday, I could have like snuck away and went to go see it, or just like not tell what was going. Oh shit!
that bitch is 3 hours long for real.
Yeah, I honestly thought
Yeah,
that's
but
what you were doing.
No, but like
Because he been
I'm
off
going
work.
shopping.
He was off for over a week.
I'm
I
at
was off
IKEA.
over a week. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like he and I went to lunch like on the Thursday, and we went back to the office, and he left, and then he didn't come back on Friday, and then he was off all last week, and then he was supposed to be back yesterday. His ass didn't show up. So I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
if we had an IKEA in Cleveland, then you'd have an excuse. Like, that's IKEA. It's going to take 3 hours.
I feel like for the sanctity of my relationship, that I could have went to go see it, but or like one night because the movie started at 9:00. Like the boys go to bed around 8:30. I could like.
I feel like if you went and did that, and then she caught wind of it, it would be all over social media. It'd be like, I can't believe Anthony did this to me.
No, I'm not one to be like to when we went to go see Black Panther, she didn't like it. She didn't like that shit.
What?
But she didn't. She wasn't really like mean about it or like
You can just read the room.
yeah.
Was that racist of me to be surprised?
No.
Okay. She didn't like Black Panther?
No, that's not
No,
what
she didn't like that he went with T.
Oh.
But
Okay.
she like, but she didn't like that shit.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no choice but to go without my partner. Who's
Yes,
going to
you
watch
do.
the kids?
I mean, but the sex is good, so you're all right, man.
Well,
You did at least 4 times, and it's like, hey. So you feel all right about
So,
the situation.
What movies does your wife go see by herself?
I think she wanted to see one of the Harry Potters or one of the not the one of the Hunger Games without me, and I'm not bothered by that.
Yeah, those movies aren't that great.
I saw it was a long time ago, and definitely short 2 kids. So
You better been talking about Hunger Games, sir.
Oh yeah, Harry Potter's all right.
Okay.
You need to maybe set up like get her like an AMC card and let her go see some movies by herself.
All right.
I think she'll like
She
that.
wants to see Endgame. She's caught up.
Throw that in the Mother's Day basket. That's right.
Yeah, get her
That's righteous.
get her like a bag, like one of those cheap things off of Amazon. She can put some snacks in there. Like here, this is your snacks. This is your AMC card. See you later.
Yeah, that's real
That's
talk.
a pretty good idea. Wow.
The ideal man. At all times.
Side of the bag, it says something like "No thoughts or robots."
She will not see a movie about robots.
I mean, hey, how'd she get through Vision?
Vision is
Android.
Vision was hitting the shit out of Elizabeth Olsen.
That's what I said too. You had this shocked look on your face when I said, "Well, he's fucking," and you're like, "Well, he's got a penis."
Does he have a penis, or is that just a cod
He
piece?
could vision up anything.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, if scissoring was her thing, he could scissor her down.
I've always wanted to ask
Safety scissors if
a real
necessary.
lesbian if scissoring.
Real lesbian.
Well, okay, fine. I didn't need the real part. I always wanted to ask a lesbian how scissoring really works, or is that just for just for film?
I retweeted a thread the other day. It was like a lesbian talking about the difficulties of all that stuff.
The
Let me see if I can pull it back
I
up.
remember Cameron Esposito talking about it at some point, and she said, "We don't really do that." But maybe that's just her. Maybe she doesn't do that.
Yeah, because I was on Instagram one time, and this lady's a random singer that I follow, and she was talking about how amazing it feels to was it Triv or
I have no idea that.
all right, well, to do
Yeah, right here. Lesbian sex ain't as easy as y'all think. You gotta put your back into it to bump them coochies. Then the strap. My first one when I was ignorant scratched the small of my back up. I was like, I ain't want to be the boy no more. When you straight, you just bend over and let a N-word drop some dick on you. Simple. Bitch gotta practice her Pilates to scissor a bitch. Oh, I forgot about the fingering. Bitches' fingers be engulfed in the box. Like, Miss Ma'am, can I have my hand back? Shit's like quicksand. The more you struggle, the deeper you go in.
Wow.
Well,
All right. Well, real lesbian secrets exposed.
like I said, I've heard
There's your show title.
as a person who's not a lesbian or like a person who I don't enjoy lesbian porn.
Never did anything for me. I always felt weird because it seemed to do with everybody else.
The
I felt like I was the weirdo. Like I said, everybody's just like,
It gotta be-
yeah, chicks making out is so hot. And I'm like,
You know what who wants to see kissing on film anyway?
Okay.
I bet you there's no. I guess it might be just.
This is.
what was
I
that
think
movie?
the first surprising one that breaks the ice is always okay.
Was it Mark Ruffalo in that movie? He played somebody like he came in. It was like Annette Bening and somebody else. And they were lesbians. And they had kids. And they had kids. With
The
this
kids
dude.
are all right.
Kids are all right. And in that movie, this was a lesbian woman, and her partner watched gay porn because they felt lesbian porn was made for the male gaze, but gay porn was more real. And that's what they watched to get their fungies off. And I thought that was a hilarious bit.
Huh.
And an interesting take, you know what I'm saying? Also, who wouldn't think to write that? That's probably, somebody's actual experience.
This is odd, but I like it when the one girl talks the hesitant girl into it.
I'm not like into that kind of stuff for my viewing pleasures, but I will use it in joke situations. Like I was at my buddy's house last Thursday, and so he lives there with they're not engaged or nothing yet, but him and his fiance, they own a home together. Or not fiance, girlfriend. And then our other buddy, he's engaged, he's getting married in October. Him and his fiance showed up a little later, and my buddy had cooked. He works at a butcher shop, and he had hot dogs and hamburgers and shit. It was around 9:30, and the one dude, the fiance was begging him to get a hot dog and eat half of it because she didn't want to eat the whole thing, and he was relenting, and I was just like, dude, your girlfriend, your fiance's begging, just eat the goddamn hot dog. Then my buddy's girlfriend chimed in, and she goes, oh, you just get the hot dog and I'll eat half of it. And then I had this bright idea to say, why don't you guys Lady in the Tramp that shit? And then my buddy, who was like, that was his girlfriend, he looks at me and he goes, yes. I was like, okay, cool, I'm glad you're on board with this.
A live show is much better than film. I'll say that.
It happened before. I was at a Rover Fest like 10 years ago when they had it over here at Voinovich Park down by the pier.
You can tell.
And it was like after the calendar search, most of the people cleared out, but they ended the night with Saliva playing a concert, which ended up being only like 30 of us that stuck around to watch Saliva, which I thought was weird because at that time, Saliva was pretty big. They had like some wrestling theme songs and stuff.
Yeah.
And so
They played it at WrestleMania.
Yeah, exactly. So like I'm standing there in the crowd with my buddy, and just like these two girls just start making out in front of us, like in the middle of Saliva, and I'm just like, oh, so this just randomly happened. Okay. Because I was in like my early-ish 20s, At that point, I was like 23-ish.
Oh.
So it was like my first exposure to like surprise lesbianism.
I used to listen to a podcast with Jaden James and somebody else. And she was saying like most of the time they're going through the motions, which just made me kind of wary of the whole thing. Like I'm like, I don't want to really. Like
I want everybody there to be having a good time.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you said that name just now, because it reminded me of something that I found last night. Do you remember on the show, like it may have even been like a year ago, maybe even 2 years at this point,
Right.
you asked me if there was a woman alive that I would let shit on my chest.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't recall it, but sure thing. That sounds like a question.
remember this at all?
yeah, I remember this.
Okay. So, and I gave you my answer at the time.
Okay.
Rich for you?
Abigail Rashford.
Yeah, there you go.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Has there been an update to this list?
so whose 12-minute video should I find last night? I will share with you guys later.
Abigail Richfield?
Rashford,
whatever.
yeah.
She has a 12-minute video of what?
Did she shit on my chest? I need to be worried about that.
Yeah, don't send it if that's.
No.
No scat?
Sadly, no.
I'm a scared man.
If you didn't ask me, my answer is no, nobody.
Yeah. I don't want nobody pooping on my chest either.
I don't want it.
No. But I believe
thought,
the point of it was like if you absolutely have to.
if it was the only way that I could get what I want.
Nah.
Still nobody.
Yeah, nobody. Like, pooping on your chest is just one of those things. It's like,
What's
that's
in the
just
chest? Why was that always why is that the whole? Like it's just too close and too far to say. It's like
That's my point.
it
Sometimes
might splatter
you
to
gotta
your
do
mouth or your
drastic
nose.
things to get to what you want.
I guess the widest part of your body so it doesn't get on the bed, I guess.
It's just,
Put my back then. I
if
just lean
somebody
over.
poop on-
Want that.
see,
Out
that's
of
the
sight,
thing,
out of
though.
mind.
But if somebody poop on your back, that means you gotta turtle it to the back. But somebody poop on your chest,
You got a limbo in that shit.
Like, think of how hard it is to wash your back. Like, if you don't have like, a scrub brush or something.
At least you can know it's all gone.
Like if it's right in the middle, you're not even getting that with your own hand, probably. If you're not, you have to
I keep a scrub
you better
brush
be
on my-
double
on my
jointed in
own
the
deck. I
elbow.
don't know about y'all niggas.
I have a very thorough cleaning system, but like, pooping on your back, that's just.
And like, I got like a hairy back, man. Like,
oh, it's gonna be stuck in all the hair.
I mean, I got a hairy chest.
You're gonna be like
too,
a
but I
dog
got-
having shit knots in the back.
Yeah, like I'm hairy on both sides, so it's like I'm in a no-win situation.
Yeah, having shit knots is not the business.
My man over here, he got a game cocked up. I'm gonna walk away from this right now.
All right, I'm gonna back up a little bit.
I believe have we decided on O Florida or what you call O Flow?
Oflo.
I didn't call it that. He called it that.
No.
Also, that was the logistics of chest shitting with the skim.
I feel like
Fuck that joke up.
we're quickly seeing here how much better this is when we're all together.
Oh my god.
All right, let's make this quick because we do gotta get ready to go. We got a bonus question today, so that'll be last.
All right, so
All
that's
right.
for those who just don't know, O Florida, the game my man invented because he should be inventing games for
It's
a
an
living,
awesome name too.
Is
Oh, Florida.
did the crime occur in the great state of Ohio or the great state of Florida? The state of Florida. I'll not judge its greatness by anybody.
Can you even like say the great state of Ohio at this point?
Yeah, we can. That's the whole thing.
It's just respect.
That is the whole point of the game. These two are interchangeable at any moment.
Okay.
All right, so drunk
You
man.
gotta keep score. Yeah, you gotta keep score this time. There's three of us, so we gotta do this
I
time.
can do that in my head.
All right,
There's
all
only
right,
three of us.
all right.
All right, okay, so drunk man tells cops he's Jason Bourne.
Florida.
Is that the whole thing?
I can read it. I mean, I have a little blurb every time, too. You want to hear the blurb?
Yes.
Sure.
A drunken man was booted out of an area library and arrested after he identified himself as Jason Bourne, the fictional super spy created by Robert Ludlum. So
I would say Ohio.
okay.
I'm gonna go with Ohio because of library.
Oh yeah. See, I picked the stories for a certain reason.
Okay.
So library. So Ohio, Florida. Okay. So point goes to T for that was a Florida.
So they have libraries in Florida.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just like I was like, this doesn't seem Florida enough.
Okay.
I thought Universal Studios. That's why I kind of like.
All right.
If you're wondering my reasoning.
Man drowns in river trying to rescue dog.
Any white person anywhere in this nation.
Man, I'm gonna go with Ohio because if the dog jumps into a river in Florida, that thing's getting gaitored.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ohio too.
Ohio.
But if you think about it, I shouldn't be throwing you off because I'm doing the game. Like, wouldn't it be dogs can swim really well? So why would he have to? If he's in Ohio, why would he have to just jump in?
That's
And
what makes the crime dumb.
I guess for me, I wouldn't want to get gaitored too, so I'm not going in after the dog.
Okay. So a coroner on Monday identified a 35-year-old man. His body was found an hour after he went into the river to get his dog. Another person who was walking along that saved the dog.
The dog made it, and the man did.
Yeah.
God damn.
To pull out the dog to safety.
So for white people, that's a feel-good story.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean population decreased by 1.
All right. So
Natural selection.
so you going with?
I think we all said Ohio, right?
Yeah,
We all said
Ohio.
Ohio. So T's in the lead with
One. We missed that one.
with 2.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
And then you guys all got 1 because that was in Ohio. All right. Man left fatal crash to drop off weed, police say. Man accused of fatal hidden pedestrian drove home to hide his marijuana stash instead of calling police, according to an arrest report.
That is a traditional old Florida. That's a traditional Florida.
I'm going Florida on that one.
To me, that's a traditional
I feel
Florida.
like the drug cartels down there are so extensive that like if you don't leave that wreck, they're coming for you. You're dead either way.
Yeah.
Okay.
It feels like Florida, but I got to start playing chess and start catching up. So I'm gonna say Ohio.
Okay, so everybody done?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yep.
So you got a perfect score for T so far. So that was a Florida crime. So you got 2, you got 3, and you got
1.
1.
Damn.
All right. So, okay. Man throws broken cinder block at vehicle as prank, police says.
I feel like that's Ohio.
That is that is an Ohio thing.
Well, that and like where do we get cinder blocks at in Florida? Ohio is just condemned buildings everywhere. Shit's
Okay.
broken. Like I feel like that would be a lot easier to pull off here.
You just solidified my answer.
Just
Ohio.
like Florida is like a bunch of piles of rocks too. The places
Okay.
So
Final answer?
yeah, I'm going Florida.
Perfect score for T still?
Oh man, that's my chance to catch
All
up.
right, so this one, so I got 2 more. All right. Well, I got 2 more than the bonus one.
All right.
Man dies after wheelchair caught fire while smoking outside a nursing home. A man allegedly smoked. This ain't fucking a message. A man allegedly smoking outside of a nursing home when his wheelchair caught fire, according to police. Joe K. He was smoking with the oxygen tank on the back of his wheelchair.
Ugh.
I gotta go with Florida because that's where all the retirees go.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Statistically, it's likely to be Florida.
We
Okay.
just got so many scooters around here though, man. These old people.
Oh, but I
riding
don't know
dirty.
if they have no smoking laws in Florida like they do in Ohio. I'm gonna go with Ohio because I gotta catch
I
up,
was
bro.
Ohio too. So
I'm Florida.
Okay. T still perfect. You
Damn.
got 2. And then, Ohio man dies after wheelchair caught fire. All right. So, woman with memorable face tattoo arrested for 3rd time in 6 months. And her face is totally fucking covered.
I saw this story, but I don't know where it took place at. So,
Florida is a very face tattoo kind of place.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Florida.
Okay.
I go with Florida.
If I saw it, they had to be local, right? So I'm gonna go with Ohio.
You're perfect again. Ohio, the woman with memorable face tattoos. And this
I
lady
wish you
got.
got a picture, do you?
I'll make sure I'll send it to everybody.
That shit.
She got like a fucking spider web across her nose.
The other day, Dennis Moorfield's skull tattooed on her face, basically.
Oh, now I remember that story.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the bonus story. So blank man contracts rare flesh-eating bacteria while visiting blank.
Is it Mad Lib?
I was visiting somewhere.
So-
he caught a flesh.
Is it a Florida man visiting Ohio or a Ohio man visiting Florida?
That's what you got to tell me.
Wow.
A man,
That's why it's a bonus question.
Yeah, that's why it's the bonus.
Ohio
So-
to Florida. I'm just gonna go with Ohio to Florida. Fuck it.
Okay, so you're saying Ohio?
I'm
to
gonna
Florida?
go. I'm gonna go. Florida man visits Ohio.
Okay.
He catches a flesh-eating bite.
Yeah.
Florida man visit Ohio.
Well, okay. Perfect fucking score.
Oh my God.
Your boy out there shooting James.
Ohio man contracts rare flesh-eating bacteria while visiting Florida.
All wet from the outside.
All wet.
I feel good about that.
You guys are going for like because I did try to mix it up with like Florida crimes that sounded like Ohio and like yeah, with that dog one, that sounded real Florida. It's like you jumping in the river to save your dog. Dogs can fucking swim. Why is you doing that? Like the only reason I could see if you were in Florida and you were scared of gators or whatever kind of flesh-eating bacteria your dog might get.
Apparently. Again, I'm not going to Florida. I don't want to be the Ohio man visiting Florida. Come
Telling
on,
you,
this
go to
thing.
Orlando. It's in Florida, but it's not really Florida.
What's that Ohio man visiting when he got this flesh-eating disease?
Orlando
What is
is
he visiting Orlando?
I don't know, but man, you should see that motherfucker's foot. It is disgusting. He got a big ass black bubble on his white foot.
Orlando is like a consulate for like the rest of the
nation,
country.
of the whole world.
It's like when you go over to France and you go to the American consulate for so it feels like home. You're amongst your people. Well, that's Orlando. No one from Orlando is from Orlando.
I got some folk in Orlando. My own girl, what you call it, Anna? So
Where's she from?
New York. Word to John and Desiree.
Yeah, so just go to Florida and visit the consulate.
Oh my God. Well, hey people, as always, man, we love to do more, but it's only a work day, so we got to get to it and get back to the office.
Yeah, we got to stop and get our Boston cupcakes.
Word up. I'll figure it out again. Either way. You all right?
All right. Another story about my 3-year-old.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
It was such a deep breath, I was concerned.
So it's I hate to end on a downer, but they went to the dentist today. Mm-hmm. Dentist promised my son, because his pacifier is not great for his teeth. We call it his binky.
His binky, word up.
And it said you'll get double prizes if you or something like that. It's like, I'll give you a prize if you come back here and stop sucking on your binky. So this is from my wife. I'll replace 3-year-old with his name. 3-year-old cried the whole way home, all while sucking on his binky. And as we got out of the car, I opened the door and he snapped off his binky and handed it to me with tearful eyes and said, "I am sad that I have to give my binky away." And my heart broke as I took it, because I know it's right and he is just so big and brave.
Let me tell you something.
That makes me sad.
You can go open the top drawer of my bedroom right now. There's a little box there. Open it up. And Lily's binky, her last binky, still right there. I kept my kid's binky. Make sure she keep that binky. I'm not saying to give it back to her. I never gave it back to her. I literally just have it. I have it because it touched. It is like it was a step. It's a step. It's a huge step. Congratulations to my man.
It was weird, like Anthony, we had to fucking hide it all over the place.
Yeah.
Emery never touched it.
Like fuck a binky.
Emery is such a man's man to begin with.
I dig it. I dig it. Yo, we do this every week.
I love that little asshole.
And hopefully we'll be back next week with Mo.
You got to take a picture like 25 years later with his naked butt sending the mud just like that.
Hold a binky up. Or some of like the end of Breakfast Club.
Don't you forget about me.
That's Tatum 216. It's Lunchbox 2099. That's the real ODP. Word up.
That is me.
I am the Internet Saver 713. You have just been podcast Sue, and I know you loved it. Again, I just pointed at myself as if you could see it. I don't know. It's just what we do here.
I know I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I'll see you next week. Pippin. Peace.
Adios.
Hey, what happened to you? You used to be beautiful.